Now, the last thing that I will say in this regard, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, which is very, very important, is silatul rahim. The connection with family as a form of ibadah, as a form of worship. Here's the problem. A lot of us think about the time that we spend with family as taking a break from our worship, whereas it's the greatest that you could do in terms of worship, subhanAllah, on that day is silatul rahim, is connecting with the ties of the womb. And silatul rahim does not just refer to your immediate family, though that is who is immediately implied, okay, and included. So your parents, if they're alive, if they're not alive, maybe you give sadaqah on their behalf, you call their friends, you call their relatives. That's one of the ibadat that the Prophet ﷺ taught us, to maintain the ties with the loved ones of our deceased loved ones, right? So you call who would your parents typically have called if they were alive, if they were still with you this Eid? You call them instead and say, I know that my mother or my father used to keep up with you on the day of Eid. Send them something, greet them, whatever it may be. That's a form of silatul rahim as well. But silatul rahim with your parents who are living, with your spouses, connecting, making that a time where you connect with your spouse, with siblings, with children, with your uncles, with your aunts, with even cousins and people that are extended relatives. Why? Because they are the ties of the womb. So this is a time of community and a time of family, and seeing that as ibadah. And so I mentioned this hadith because I know that many people have not heard this hadith before. It's an authentic hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, Ar-Rahimu, that when it comes to the ties of the womb, mu'allaqatun bil-arsh. The ties of the womb are tied to the throne of the most merciful. The ties of the womb are tied to the throne of the most merciful. And the arsh speaks, the throne speaks. تقول من وصلني وصله الله ومن قطعني قطعه الله. So the ties to the throne, just like the ties of the womb, they say whoever connects me, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will connect with that person.